Hello, everyone.
Hey everyone.
Got my buddy Derek with me today. How's it going, D?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Anytime. Yeah. You just got back to town. You were in Ontario for a bit.
Yeah. I just got a meniscus surgery I guess 3 weeks ago now, and so I went back to Ontario to recover a little bit and see family.
Nice.
And then we had the Yeti Summit fundraiser for the national team out there.
Yeah.
So that was fun just to see friends and go out there, party a little bit, and also just take some downtime and see family.
What's the deal with the Yeti Summit? Do you have obligations when you go to that, or are you pretty chill?
Oh, dude, it's so chill. They basically they fly us out there. They put us up in a hotel, and we just gotta mingle at this event. And it's it's cool because there's just a bunch of arcade games, and you get paired up in a team with some people you've never met before. Sometimes it's friends and family.
Okay.
Anyway. You get paired up with a team, and there's games like arcade basketball, there's foosball, ping pong, air hockey, skee ball. When
you roll it and it jumps into the thing?
It pops up and then you gotta hit it in
those
circles.
No way, dude. Those are fun games.
Yeah,
That's pretty
fun.
sick.
And so it's tournament style, so you're playing with your team, you try to beat all the other teams, and then it's obviously bracketed in the finals.
Yeah.
And someone win. I don't know. I can't remember what the prize was. We didn't win.
Oh, okay. It's all just a fundraise for the international team and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, that's sweet that they do that.
Yeah, I don't know how much we made, but it was fun.
Yeah, you enjoyed it.
It was a good turnout.
Yeah. Well, you're just hanging with the boys and all, a sort of a non-pressure environment.
Oh, totally.
Hanging out in Toronto.
Yeah. And Craig, it was awesome to have Mark there, and then Craig was hosting, and he's funny as hell. So
yeah, so that's always good.
Yeah.
Wow, that's sick. And then did you do any follow-up for your knee while you were there?
Not really. Mostly the first week and a half or 2 weeks after surgery, I was just getting my range of motion back.
Yeah.
Right? Because all it was cleaning up the meniscus. I had a small tear in it, and they just got rid of the hairiness of it.
Okay.
And I had a small flap of cartilage that was locking my knee up every once in a while, so they clipped that off. So now my knee is it's moving good.
Yeah.
And so all I had to do was I could walk on it first day after surgery.
So
and
it doesn't
they were
require
just saying
much.
it was non-invasive. It wasn't super. They didn't cut anything up really. They just cleaned it. Right,
just cutting the grass.
It's
kind of
it's you sand a table, right? You get rid of the notches and everything, and it looks nice, and it's still good. You know?
And you can run your hand.
You didn't have to do anything structurally to it. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So, I was walking around first day. I mean, mind you, I was swollen and sore, but I could still move around and just find that range of motion and just work on it. A lot of icing.
Yeah.
But it didn't take long for me to I'm already back in the gym and lifting weights and stuff. So.
And it feels good. You don't notice much of a difference.
No, not really.
That's so sick.
No, that's good. I mean, just at the end ranges, I feel a little bit of tightness. Just all the scar tissue that you got to work out. But otherwise, it's feeling good.
Yeah, that's probably part of the course, and just as you have more time, it's going to get better and better. Kind of.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And they said it was kind of low risk. It's either going to be better or it's just...
Yeah, or it'll be the same. It was a win-win kind of thing. Win-win surgery. And then, so I think I'll be able to get boarding, mid-July, maybe get the last week or two of camp in if I can get up there.
Yeah, that's as far as knees go, that's pretty dope. Eh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when did that all start? At the start of the season? Or?
Oh man, I think it's been a long process of just beating my knee up. I remember my first knee injury was in New Zealand back in 2009 or 10 or something like that. It was a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
And I was coming out of a front nine, and my front foot got locked up on the coping.
Oh, okay.
And my back foot was in the pipe.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And so I compressed really hard and fell to the bottom of the pipe, and my knee just was swollen for weeks after that.
Really?
And I just I could walk on it and I could still board on it, but it was sore, and I had to keep it wrapped up.
Yeah.
So, I think that was initially what gave me maybe the tear or the cartilage damage in general, and then just over time, it really kind of just slowly progressed, because every spring the choppiness of the slush would just beat my knee up, and I'd not want to ride for the full day kind of thing. Right?
Wow, that's impressive though. 10 years of going through it and not making it to the point where you're okay, I really got to deal with this.
Yeah, well, because you ride all winter long, and you're riding soft snow, and you're not necessarily hitting too much choppiness, and then all of a sudden the spring comes, and it's already been 4 months of just shredding hard, and then you've got to shred even harder because you're trying to push through all that bump.
A bunch of abuse,
And then it just rattles your knee a little bit, and just like that. I think that's what kind of made it the most sore.
Yeah.
And then last October is when like I fell skateboarding to the gondola and like twisted my knee real bad. And that I think was like the fall that made the biggest change. Instead of it just slowly being like progressively worse, it made like a big change, and my knee never felt the same after that.
Okay.
Yeah, so all season long I was riding with this like weird feeling knee.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then I was like, okay, let's get it sorted out.
Yeah. Wow, from the outside looking in, it seemed like you were firing this season.
Yeah.
Like, you had a great season, eh?
Thank you. Thanks, man. Yeah. No, I don't know what happened, but I changed things up a little bit in my run, and I don't know, it just worked out, and people took notice, I guess. I don't know. I was landing more often.
Like you were getting really consistent, eh?
Yeah. So I was stoked.
And like, having that front 12 to draw from too, that seemed like a sick addition.
Yeah, people seem to be hyped on it. I want to do it better. But I don't know. Yeah,
well, that's always like when you're in it, you're like, I could change this. I probably could do that better.
Held the grab a little longer. Or like, wish my head was here instead of here, and this hand was here instead of down here or something. Yeah, whatever. Like you can always be like, you're your own worst critic, I think, right?
Yeah, so, well, you kind of have to be. Like, if you were always just like, oh, dude, I'm the sickest, like, you would never get anywhere, you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, you kind of have to break it down to a certain point.
Yeah, for sure.
So do you think that's what it was? Like, the way you lined up your run this year versus previous years, it was like, made it so you could be more consistent, or were there other changes as well?
Well, yeah, so I think the biggest change was switching it up and going with a switch backside spin in the middle of the run.
Oh, yeah?
And it started happening a couple of years ago. People were doing a bunch of a few people were doing them a lot.
Yeah.
And they were getting like really high scores for mellow runs because they had that technical difficulty in it, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking like, why try and do a 14 double cork, like Sean and Ayumu and those guys, when I could I can see these, like, I can't ride switch backside right now. So why don't I learn how to ride switch backside before I step up my level, like, to get too far ahead on my front side spinning and like kind of even out my trick book, Yeah, like, just so I can like be a better all around snowboarder instead of just like, all right, I'm a front side spinner and
just max that out. Yeah. You kind of went for the more all around.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, and that's what I want to keep doing, because I guess like if you look at the slope style, they want to see front side backs. If there's 4 jumps, you want to see all 4 directions, right?
100%.
If you can't. They don't really reward backside and a back rodeo, even though they're different spins, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like if someone does frontside, backside, switch backside, and cab, that person in general will get like a better score because there's more variety, right?
Yeah.
And I think that just shows how much control you have on your snowboard and how much of a better snowboarder you are if you can do everything.
Yeah, showing that well-roundedness. Yeah. And it's probably fun as a boarder too to like it stokes you out to round out your snowboarding.
Yeah. Well, the weirdest thing was that like learning to ride switch backside, I mean, like on jumps and stuff, I found it a lot different. You can kind of just huck and like, I mean, obviously it's not going to look good, but you can like get like switch backside 9s around.
You can get away with a bad switch backside takeoff on a jump.
Totally.
But in a pipe?
In the pipe, you got to like relearn how to like edge.
Yeah.
You have to relearn how to snowboard, not like, you can't just like ride off the lip of the pipe. You have to like physically retrain your brain on how to ride switch.
Wow.
Like it's not just right, because a lot of the time you see it a lot in on jumps that like if someone's coming in switch backside, they're kind of they're riding fakie. Oh, they're not necessarily
closed shoulder,
closed, they're still riding their regular stance but going backwards.
Yeah.
Instead of like opening everything up and getting the weight shifted back more.
Yeah.
And that's something I was working on a lot. I mean, I definitely don't do it the best.
But it's something like that you had to change.
Yeah, it's something I had to change so that I could get the feeling of riding out through the lip. Otherwise, like the way it works, you kind of feel closed off and you can't ride through because your front foot is catching and you need to ride through your back foot a lot, and so you can continue momentum like up the wall and through the lip.
Yeah, because Piper relies so much on like board control and edging that I guess if you can't ride switch as well like that well, then you can't do the switch tricks.
Yeah, no, it's tricky. It's tricky. I mean, I'm not saying it's more difficult than doing, you know, some of the tricks they're doing in snow on jumps and stuff and slopestyle, but like it's different, and it is like I'd say it's a little bit more technical sometimes.
I think you can get away with much worse edge control for like switch spins on a jump than you can in the pipe.
Yeah,
like
totally.
Versus just like trying to go do a switch straighter in the pipe is so much harder than doing a switch straighter, you know, or something like that.
Gunner's getting comfortable.
Oh, way back.
But yeah, true. Like,
yeah.
Like just for example, like someone could do like a cab 16 and they scrub the takeoff. You can't really scrub the takeoff in the half pipe.
Well,
it just doesn't work the way.
Yeah,
it
not
works,
without repercussions, hey? Because you see guys go early and stuff, but it usually doesn't pay off in their favor.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
And they're not necessarily scrubbing, they're like popping early, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like on a jump, you're actually scrubbing the takeoff instead of waiting for the lip, right?
Yeah, it's getting some of your
rotation. It's kind of the same, but it's different, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, pipe's crazy for that.
Yeah.
I always get nervous about like popping in or out too much and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, like once you ride it a lot, you don't really think about it.
It's like how you pop a jump or something, like you kind of know how much you're going to get off of each. Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, the pipe, I mean, if you're riding a good half pipe at least, like the guys who build them are good at it, and they have it set at the right angle so that you don't really have to worry about, oh, do I have to pop on this hit or do I not, right?
Yeah.
You just kind of ride. I like, in general, most of the time, I don't even think about popping. I just try to ride through the lip and like
drive that board up.
Yeah, and then you let the flex of the board give you your pop to come back in.
Oh,
right. Sometimes, you know, like if it's a first cut, the pipe's either too verty or too open, and they gotta fine tune it. But you know, in general, like midway through the season, all the pipes are like money. They're pretty money.
Do you almost learn to read it? Like, can you look at it and be like, oh, like I gotta pop more here, like these ones I don't need to, kind of thing, or?
Yeah, well, like when you show up to the pipe, I mean, once you ride enough of them, you can look at it and be like, okay, this left wall looks under, and you can see that the flat bottom of the left wall is higher up, and that's why it's under.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
right?
Like the way they laid the cutter.
Yeah, just because they didn't push enough snow out, or I'm not exactly sure because I'm not a groomer, right? I've never sat with them, but you can definitely take a look at the half pipe, and you can recognize whether, damn, like that left wall looks more open than that right wall, and I remember that being the case in Mammoth because they were getting so much snow every day for so long that they were having to push like a couple feet of snow out easily every single day, because all the snow blows over. Not only you got the snow falling down, but you got the wind. Yeah, Mammoth just blows all the snow and then it collects in the bottom of the pipe.
Wow.
Yeah, and so then they got to push out like a ton of snow. And if they don't do it evenly, it's hard to do, man. It's a lot of snow.
I can imagine. If
they don't do it evenly, then one transition ends up being lower or higher than the other, right? Then they have to adjust their like cutting, and then it's tough. So like in Mammoth, the first day we showed up, I was like scared to do any tricks on my front side wall. Oh, and really? That's like my most comfortable wall.
Right. Yeah. Just because of the way it was cut and how it laid in.
Yeah, and it was a little open, and I said, I don't even want to do like I don't want to do any spins on this because like you have to pop so hard to get back in.
Oh wow.
Right?
Like just cranking to get.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so if you go more verti up the pipe, right, you'll get more pop because you're pushing more directly off the wall. But if you take a more downhill line, you're kind of pushing more up into the air, so you get less pop off the wall.
Oh, true.
Right? So if you open your line, you're trying to go big.
Yeah.
You have to pop even harder, or else you're going to drift more closer to the deck. I can imagine too,
like the higher you go to, the more you got to pop. If it's open like that.
Yeah, exactly. It all takes. There's all these factors kind of that you don't really like think about.
But you want a nice cut then.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. You definitely don't want to land on the deck. I'd rather take a flat landing than landing up on the deck for sure.
Yeah. You kind of got the legs to handle it, and it's a little bit less abrupt.
Yeah, and it's still not flat. You know, even if you're landing low, it's still, you know, like landing deep off a jump. You're gonna stomp it, and it's, you know, it might even be more transition than landing deep off a jump, right? I don't know.
No, a lot of times when I'm suspect, I'll just go big. There's landing there. Yeah, it's one thing that Whistler Valley jump they just built. Landing's like 50 feet long.
Oh, they did? Up on the glacier?
Yeah. Sick. It's like a 20-foot deck, but like a 50-foot long landing.
That's sweet.
So I think you could just be like...
You just send it.
Yeah, to the
bottom. Nice. I've noticed that like speed's an issue up there a lot, hey?
Yeah, well, I think the glacier snow and stuff like that can be tough. But this one, I think, like we're not dropping at the top of the drop-in. I think you would, if you did, you'd be managing a lot of like G's going through the takeoff. Guns.
Guns, you're gonna pull. You're gonna pull the wire out of the freaking. Get out of there! Come on, Guns, back up. Stay out of there, okay? Good boy.
That's Gunner, your dog.
Yeah, he's a retired sled dog.
Yeah.
We've only had him a year, so he's not fully used to indoor living. He really likes hanging out on the couches and stuff, but he still doesn't understand what everything is that he sees inside.
Yeah. He's a G though. It's sick how curious he is.
Yeah.
Do you like our Wi-Fi? We just upgraded.
Is that the Wi-Fi cable that he was stuck on?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, he man, we found out that the vet, I went down there, I can't remember how long ago, it was like before the winter or something, and I had to get some like tick flea or something with him. And we never knew how old he was because we just picked him up from the sled dog compound. They said, "Oh, we don't have his papers, we're not sure how old he is. We're guessing he's like 10 years old."
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, cool.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's an old dog. He's just gonna chill.
Yeah,
It'll be awesome. And so we went for like the full year without knowing how old he was, and then since I went down to the vet and like registered him in my name.
Okay.
So like transferred his file over. They sent us an email, just like at the beginning of this month, saying like this is his birthday, and it was like, I think it was like the 9th or something.
Oh no way!
Yeah, and he was born in 2010, so we know he's 9 years old now.
Sick. That's cool. That's good to know.
Yeah, because we were always like, oh, he could be 8, he could be 10.
Yeah.
The vet, when we saw the vet before they placed him as 6 years old, they like, he's got a good like bone structure, like he looks healthy, and
like
he's got a good coat and stuff. So they're like, oh yeah, maybe 6.
Yeah.
But then we were getting told that he was 10 by the people at the dog sled compound. So we were like,
that's nice though.
Yeah.
That's the same age. My dog's 9 back home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, it's getting there. It's
you're
considered
definitely
senior.
old. Yeah.
I think 8 years old is considered senior, right? For dogs.
But he's still got tons of energy. He can still do his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely gets tired.
Yeah.
He's totally happy, just chilling all day.
That's cool.
But he's definitely got some energy still to run around.
Do you like dog life? Was it much of a change for you to get into it, or?
It's weird. Like I never grew up with a dog, but I've always loved dogs. Anytime I'd see them, I like wanted to hang out with them.
Yeah,
so I was like super down to get a dog, but I never wanted to like pull the trigger. It's like with my lifestyle, like snowboarding every day and traveling and stuff, like there's no way I could. So with Ashley, like she wanted one, and she wanted like a companion for when I leave her because I go away I'm gone for like 3 weeks and I'm home for 4 days and I'm gone for 2 weeks again, it's just like she needs someone to hang out with, so so we picked up Gunner last summer, and I think it was like perfect because I was home for the whole summer. You didn't go away anywhere, and we just like got to know him. And like I didn't think it was gonna be as much work as it was gonna be to teach him. Teach him how to like he didn't know anything. He just knew how to mush, like how to turn left, how to turn right, and how to go slow. And he wasn't even like good with those commands because he was the middle guy. He was just a follower in the pack. Right. But then when we got him, he didn't know sit, he didn't know lay down, he didn't know stop, he didn't know
any of that
like
stuff,
anything, right? So we had to it took him I'm guessing 3 weeks for him to for anything to click with him. Right? So we'd be saying sit and he wouldn't sit. And then 3 weeks later we'd say sit and he would do it on command as long as we had a treat.
The classic.
Yeah, and he's gotten a lot better. Like I'm walking him off leash a lot of places now, and he's very loyal now.
That's good. Sweet. Yeah,
he's good.
I mean, you beat that old dogma though. Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
We taught him a lot of tricks. We taught him paw, lay down, all that kind of stuff. All for treats. He's so food motivated though, so it makes it easier. If they're not food motivated, I feel like it's hard to train because they're like, okay, you got a treat, but
it goes both ways.
I don't care that much.
My dog won't do anything if you don't have a treat.
Oh really?
Come on, get in the car, and she's like, there's no way. No. He's like, I know you have food that you can give me.
Your dog's too smart.
Yeah, totally. She just looks at me. She's like, where is it?
Where's the treat? You got to show me the treat, and I'll jump up there.
Yeah. And then instantly just boom, done.
Oh, that's awesome. What kind of dog do you have again?
She's German Shepherd, Border Collie Lab.
That's a cool mix.
Yeah. She's nice, light brown. Yeah. Way too smart though. Can get food from anywhere.
Well, Border Collies are just too smart.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw this. saw this crazy video when I downloaded Reddit.
Okay.
The Reddit app.
Yeah.
And I've always used Reddit to like find streaming.
Yeah.
Like
no,
links
that's
and
the
stuff for
classic,
like
yeah.
the NBA and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know, I'm tired of just scrolling through Instagram or Facebook. It's boring. So like I went on to Reddit and saw they had an app, so I downloaded it and was just scrolling the popular pages. So another thing you can scroll, but it gives you different content that you wouldn't see from your followers and stuff, right? Or the people you follow.
Yeah.
So this one thing popped up and it was so cool. It's like this dad and his daughter and they're just standing there in the field, like clearly out, like they're like farmers or something.
Yeah.
And there's like a couple, like maybe 3 or 4 geese.
Okay.
Like a family of geese, right? And they're all walking in the field and then there's 3 border collies beside the humans, the farmers.
Yeah.
And they say command and then one dog runs to the far side and then like gets down in like a pouncing kind of positions, like ready to go, and then the other dog runs to the other side, right?
That's nice.
And then the geese in the middle are like, oh, there's something over here, so let's walk this way. Oh, there's something over here, let's walk this way. And then the third one runs around to the far side.
Yeah.
And like, so they start just getting closer in a triangle and forcing the geese to go the way they want. Like,
Holy man.
they're like sheepdogs, right?
Yeah, they're
like
herding
I don't know if they were sheepdogs or if they were border collies or what. Like, I think
Yeah.
they might be the same. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
Anyway, they were that breed.
Yeah.
And they were just so well trained, man. It's so
That's
insane.
amazing.
So they're just like slowly creeping in on these geese or ducks or whatever they were. And then the girl, she's probably like 6 years old or something, stands there with her feet wide apart, and the dogs force the geese to go underneath her legs.
No
and then they're
way.
all like, woo!
That's crazy.
It was so cool.
It's like running a sports play. Like
Yeah.
he flanks, and then he
Totally,
comes around and drives him
and
in.
like each one of them just like steps in a little bit, then the next one steps in, then the next one steps in, then the next one steps in.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, they're smart dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs are smart.
Dogs are super smart, especially of those breeds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean the golden retrievers aren't the smartest, but
Oh yeah, there's definitely some less smart doggos, but
yeah,
they're good for stuff too.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean dogs are crazy. I mean there's not many that are true dogs as they evolve. Like we've trained so many.
Totally. They're so domesticated
Yeah,
now.
it's
Like
crazy.
I mean, you look at the wolf and it's so wild,
Yeah.
and that's like the original like dog, right?
Yeah,
and
when they
different
came from.
types of wolves, and then someone like domesticated it and changed it, and then like found another breed or another species and bred them, and then
Yeah.
they're like, oh, this one's mellow. Like out of all these puppies, this one's the most mellow, so I'm going to take that one and breed that mellow.
Yeah, 'cause they
mixed
want the
gene.
mellow trait.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then, yeah,
Yeah.
which is crazy because like around here you see people with like wolf dogs,
Yeah.
like that are like dog and like
wolf breeds.
wolf.
Those
together.
are gnarly. They're
Those
huge.
They're huge. They're scary
boys.
looking. They're
Yeah.
like they are wild. I've heard stories
Yeah.
of like people like you can't train them almost. Like
Yeah,
they
well-
just shit and all over and they bite everybody and stuff. Like,
Well, I assume they don't have those genes in them that like are meant to be domesticated, kind of.
no,
thing.
because like it's
Or a
actually
wild
like
dog.
wolf.
Yeah.
It's like a wild wolf that someone captured and now has like
A different trait.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they breed them though. That's kind of
Yeah, that crossbreeding thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Wow.
yeah.
That's cool. Dogs, dude.
Dogs, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what's up with you? What's new with you, man?
I've been painting, boarding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How's okay? Tell
Dude,
me
I'm a
about
painter
like,
now.
we're
Yeah.
both painters.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
Yeah. It's been good. I've been actually really enjoying it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. You gave me some info like when I was kind of looking into it, and then now I paint with Rube and Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
And it's good. We've been doing like at first it was mainly interior, and now I've done a bit of exterior
Oh,
too.
yeah?
Which is cool. I can't imagine just being on ladders all the time,
Yeah.
but it was sweet. Like we did some staining down at this place down the highway, Brew Creek Lodge,
Okay.
and then we've done like a bit more just like exterior painting. But
Nice.
it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no, man, being on ladders can be super scary.
Yeah.
I've been in some weird situations, but like, it's fun. You're outside at least.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. I'm outside every day, and on days like today that it's raining out, then we just don't work. And
Yeah.
you get a day off, you get to spend the day with the dog, or
Yeah, you're
your
chilling.
friends, or whoever else isn't working, right? So,
Hanging out. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
mind it.
It's been cool. It's definitely like I went from bricking, which is more like it's weird. It's different. It's not. I wouldn't say anyone's hard than the other, but I would say with the bricking, it's like a bit more brute force for sure.
Yeah.
Like you kind of know what you need to do, and you just kind of get it done. Where the painting is like, I think you have to be way more patient, and like it's more almost meditative. But you have to be on it. Like you
Yeah.
gotta watch your lines, watch your drift, like
yeah.
keep
Well,
things going.
that's the thing. Like I'm doing outdoor, So I like, if I'm on the 4th floor way up there painting a roof line,
Yeah.
I'm trying to like make a good clean cut, but I'm not too worried about it, right?
Yeah,
Because
true.
nobody's gonna look up there and see that little like
60 feet
oh,
up.
it's not that straight of a cut.
Yeah, yeah.
No one's gonna see that, but
Yeah.
yeah, like indoor, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be so on point with your cuts and stuff. And I haven't really done any indoor painting, but I could imagine it'd be.
I mean, I work as an indoor painter, and I haven't done much indoor painting yet either. 'Cause I'm like the sander and the caulker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got to work your way up. right?
Exactly. I gotta spend the hours.
Well,
But
that's a good crew to be working with.
yeah, they're all really good dudes.
Yeah.
It's always pretty funny.
So what's going on now? Like I know Jody works for.
Jody works for
Cheeseburger.
him. Yeah.
So Jody's, he's coaching right now though.
Yeah, him and Mikey. Although I think yesterday might have been their last day of the week. Because I know
Okay.
that's why Mike was out last night, because they were doing like
Oh no,
momentum.
Mike. Oh, I was talking to Mike today. They still got 3 more days. I think they
Oh.
do like 3 on, 1 day off, 3 on.
Oh, that's a sick way to do it.
Yeah, instead of
Okay.
like 5 days straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Rube-
something like that.
Rube's been very, at least with me, like accommodating, which
Yeah.
I've been super happy with. So
That's
I think
cool.
like he lets Jody do his thing as long
But
as
yeah,
like,
so
it's
Jody's coaching. You're up there riding.
yeah,
Rube's probably stuck in
freaking working his ass off. Yeah.
picking up the slack.
Yeah, he's got a couple other guys that are really good too. And
Okay.
that'll help him out. But
Right on. Right
Yeah.
on. That's sick.
yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. It's like it's cool to learn. Like I always figured if I was gonna be doing a lot of manual labor stuff to try and learn as many skills as I could. while
That's
doing
true.
it.
That's true. I haven't branched out, but I got the same idea. Like I want to learn, stuff about framing and stuff about electrical and
Yeah.
plumbing and all that kind of stuff. So or like carpentry and stuff. I want to like learn a little about a lot. you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Just so you can do basic things around the house easily without being like stressing out or having to call
Yeah.
a specialist in.
Well, it
you
can
know?
save you a lot of money, especially things like painting, which are so laborious. Like you spend
Totally.
so much time.
Totally.
So if you can do it yourself, you
and
save a lot of
painting's
money.
like it's easy.
It's not super difficult. That's
No.
for sure.
No.
If you're willing to take the time, you can get a
Yeah.
good product.
Yeah.
But I think
mean,
even being at lots of job sites, like you learn a lot just from being around the guys that are there and like seeing how they work and like the stuff that they're doing and having
Totally.
to work around their stuff.
yeah, and like planning out a job. I think that's like
That's the
something
big thing.
You're like, okay, we got to paint this section first, and then move over to this, and then move over to that, and then like come back and do all the trim last, kind of thing. or
Yeah.
whatever. Like I don't know how it works for indoor, but for outdoor, like it's so sporadic. Like you just try and get as much paint on the wall as you can.
Oh, really?
You know, like you can do like a couple buildings before you go back and do trim sometimes.
Yeah.
You know? Like because it depends on where the trim is. If it's undercover work and you're trying to just put paint on the wall because
While
you know
it's
there's
sunny.
rain coming, right?
Yeah,
You're just
yeah.
trying to get it on there and trying to get as much of it done as you can before
Yeah.
the rain comes, right? So yeah, I think it's probably different strategies, hey?
Yeah, I think it's good to be on all sides of it too. Like if you're a painter, you'd be like, oh, it would have been sick if like the drywallers hooked us up and did this. But then if you're a
Oh,
drywaller,
yeah.
you'd probably learn that like it's actually super hard to do that, or like the carpenter, you know?
Oh
like,
yeah.
It's good to see all sides of it.
I see.
Like
Yeah.
there's this one job we're doing, and it's been on Jody pretty much to caulk these like pretty much you can't fit anything in this crack, but you've got to caulk within that crack. So he figured out this like method to put a piece of wood with like rag around it and like run it down to make a caulk line smooth,
Okay.
which was impressive. But like if you're
Crazy.
designing a house, if you looked at that, you'd be like, okay, well that's gonna take so many hours. If I don't have that like little finishing piece, then it's
Yeah,
gonna be way
totally.
cheaper for me, you know?
Totally.
It'd be cool to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, be on all sides of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna go back to work next week?
Yeah, I'm gonna start back.
Yeah.
And he's feeling good enough that I'm gonna start back to work next week and
Yeah.
Monday, I guess, and see how it goes.
Yeah. And you're not gonna go Southern Hemisphere or anything?
No, I mean, I've got like this love-hate relationship with New Zealand.
Oh
man.
yeah, really? Just
Yeah.
due to weather, or
It's the weather, but the boarding's good when it's good,
yeah,
and it's such a cool place. Like there's a lot to do. Like if you're not boarding, but there's so many days that you're like, okay, I want to go board, and you go up. It's 45 minutes to an hour maybe from where you're staying to the base of the resort,
yeah,
and then you go and you sit there in the lodge and you're waiting for clouds to part because the cloud layer is right where the jump line is, right where the half pipe is. Like
It
it's
just
at the
sits
same
there.
level, like where the freaking
Oh, wow.
clouds always hang out.
yeah,
Yeah. So, one day you'll be bluebird, no clouds in the sky. You'll go back down. You'll go down by the lake or hang out or go skateboard or whatever, and then go to sleep. The next day you wake up and it's sunny in town, but up the mountain it's just like
clouded
cloud and socked in so much.
Yeah, so probably dollar per riding. It's like it gets a little bit pricey.
Yeah, for sure. And you're like, so if you go down there for 2 weeks, you're like guaranteed like almost half the days you're there are not going to be good.
Yeah.
And you're probably not going to be able to ride those days.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like the average. If you go down there for 2 weeks, you might get 1 week of riding.
Wow.
You know?
I guess it's different too with pipe. Like if the jumps are cloudy, you'd be like, oh, let's go hike a rail. Like it doesn't matter kind of thing. But you can't just like kind of ride pipe. Like you're either riding pipe or you're not.
Yeah, I know. Because if it's cloudy, like you said, you can see a rail, and if they're like whatever,
you can make a day of it.
You can make a day of it. But
Yeah.
in the pipe, there's like transition. There's like different, like there might be a bump in the bottom. You know, like you can't really see the lip. You can't tell the difference between the sky and the ground, so you can't tell if you're gonna land deep or if you're gonna land high. Like
it just doesn't. Doesn't line up.
It's one of the scariest things, man. Is like
a flat light pipe.
Like just not that. Just not being able to see. Like even riding down to the pipe or riding like down the hill, and you're on a hill that you've ridden so many times. And you're like, I think I know where everything is, but I honestly have no idea if I'm like 10 feet to the right or 20 feet to the left. And you're like, because you can't see anything because it's just ghost town, right? And in New Zealand they don't have a tree line.
Oh, so you're just whiteout.
Yeah, it's like riding. It's like if you're riding at camp, right?
Yeah.
Or a glacier, like top of the mountain boarding, and there's no like references around because it's not that rocky. It's not like huge rock outcroppings and stuff. It's just.
It's where you get the worst vertigo because there's nothing to like reference yourself off.
No, there's no tree line that you can hug to like stay like give you more visibility and stuff. It's just
white. There's
the run, and you don't know where the sides are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So somewhere like Saas-Fee, you get a lot more bang for your buck, do you think, or?
In my experience, yeah.
Yeah, just mainly due to weather, hey?
Yeah,
they're both pretty pricey, but.
And in New Zealand, at least the times I've been down, I haven't done a full season down there. I've only done like, maybe like I think I did a month.
Okay.
Most once, and there were days like I said, there was a week straight where we couldn't ride.
Yeah.
So if you like go down for that 1 week or those 2 weeks, you get shit
you
out
get
of luck.
skunked,
but then sometimes, like I've been down there for 3 weeks where it was bluebird and sunny every single day.
Yeah.
All right, so there's both.
It is an outdoor sport.
But,
like you gotta.
But like every time I've been down there, it's been like slushy riding, which is fun.
Yeah.
But in Saas-Fee in October, that's like it's becoming winter.
Yeah.
Right.
So
up top, it's snowing good snow.
Yeah.
And there's good conditions up there, and then when it's sunny, it's warm, and it's like it's like spring, but it's not slushy. It's like
you got
just warm, firm snow. Wow. So it's like a lot different. It's like I think it's better riding.
Switzerland looks like a cool spot to go to.
Dude, and especially that spot, they get crazy. Oh my god, they get crazy. What are they called? Sunsets and stuff, man.
Oh, really?
Like such weird. Yeah, like I remember, like if you go there, you'll see like these like bright purple sunset, like this afterglow. Wow. I don't know what it is. Maybe like we're not even that far north.
Yeah.
In on the globe, but like I don't know. It's crazy. There's some really cool photos people have gotten, and I took like a video once, and it's like purple, just straight up purple, and then there's one guy. I think it was Bowen Ferguson. I don't know how you say his name anyway, but he's from Australia. But he's a filmer, and he took this time lapse from the valley up at the top of the mountain.
Yeah,
and you can see like this crazy, weird, fluffy, soft serve ice cream tunnel of cloud just rotating. That's what it looked like a soft serve thing.
Yeah.
Just rotating around the top, and then it's all purple and pink and like.
Wow, that's
beautiful. Like fluorescent color, not like deep purple, but like fluorescent. It was so cool.
And you can still see that from the valley?
Yeah.
Looking up?
Yeah,
wow.
It's so crazy.
Because that's what I think kills, like, we still, get sunsets in BC, but being in Whistler, like, you're so stuck in the valley. You don't get to
it's
see
hard. I mean, you still do get those cotton candy skies, but it's like totally different there.
It's not at that level.
No, it's different. But then, like, not just that, it's beautiful. Like, the mountains there.
Yeah.
Like, I've snowboarded in Lax, and I've snowboarded in Saas-Fee. Yeah. And Saas-Fee is closer to Zermatt, and I think that means it's more south, I think.
Yeah.
But the mountains there are just like straight up.
That's where the Matterhorn is, isn't it?
Yeah.
In Switzerland?
It's in Zermatt, which is like an hour away. Okay. But only because you have to go down the valley and then back up another valley. It's literally like one mountain range over.
Oh, geographically close,
Yeah.
but so hard to get to.
Yeah,
because of how
You
steep
have to
the
go
mountains
like
are.
way out of town to a train station and then go back up into Zermatt.
Oh, okay. I
But
see. Wow.
but like like these mountains are just so steep.
Yeah.
It looks like it would be the funnest place to ride on a huge POW day
Yeah,
because
just
it's just like
big stuff.
big lines everywhere and stuff. Like everything's hikeable and like they have really good access with a lot of lifts everywhere.
Okay.
So it looks like it would be super fun to go spend like 2 weeks to a month there and just
Yeah.
go shred and explore the
Just
mountain.
get all the lines.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because you guys are still there pretty early season
Yeah.
for Switzerland even.
Yeah, like it's I feel like they're opening up real soon actually. Like,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, their glacier opens up real soon.
Wow. They must have a long season then. If
I think so.
Yeah.
Someone told me you could board there almost all year round.
Wow.
They might have to close down for maintenance or something, but
Yeah,
I don't
maybe a
know.
couple weeks.
But yeah, and the gnarliest part though is like when we're riding there, you're up on a glacier and it's like a massive glacier. It's bigger than anything I've seen here in Canada.
Yeah.
Or even like anything in the States. But this glacier is constantly moving. So
Yeah.
you're riding and you're riding inbounds, like where they have it roped off and you're like riding the park, and then the next day you're riding the same line, and then there's all of a sudden like a hole like about this size
Yeah.
in the ground, and you look down it and there's a stick right beside it to let you know like don't ride on this thing.
Right.
But you look down and it's just like bottomless almost.
Like an
It
infinite
looks
hole.
yeah.
So crevasse opening up. pretty
Yeah,
much?
crevasses, because the glaciers keep moving, and
Yeah.
then there's crevasses that open up, and they have to fill them, or at least like collapse kind of. I think what they do is that they'll dig in on one side and collapse a chunk in, so it like
Oh.
creates a plug.
You're almost like bridging it, not actually
Yeah.
filling it. To the
No,
bottom.
because I don't
Yeah.
like they're so deep.
You would just eat
Yeah,
snow kind of
yeah,
thing.
and then like just outside the ropes, you see some like gnarly
Some big
crevasses.
ones?
Yeah, some huge ones that have like they're taller like. Because I don't know how they build it, but like if they chop some of these down or anything, but
Yeah.
like, you look off to off like out of bounds, you see like these big tall like pillars that are like splitting apart, and then there's huge like crevasses that go down
Wow.
underneath the glacier and stuff. Yeah,
Oh yeah. So it's probably like the most movement you've seen on a glacier, let alone as well being
totally,
the biggest.
totally, man. Like I've seen cracks show up in the half pipe. I've seen holes
No
show
way.
up. I've seen those holes show up on the cat track on your way to the jump line and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
It just opens. I mean, it's a moving.
Yeah, it's
living
like
thing
yeah,
almost.
the snow's always moving, right?
Yeah.
And it's melting and freezing and creating more and growing and melting and
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Creep and glide.
And
Viscous.
and yeah, the half pipe is still, but it's not going to move at the same rate because
Yeah.
every piece of the glacier moves at a different rate. So then like maybe the half pipe starts to split a bit. And I mean they're not huge cracks,
Yeah.
but they
Enough
show
that you're
up.
like, yeah,
they show
it's
up.
there.
Yeah,
That's wild.
it's cool though.
It's so different with the glacier because like usually like the snow is always moving and always kind of like creeping down the hill, but like
Yeah.
the ground surface is usually firm. But with this, like there's just so much more.
Yeah.
Like everything's moving around at different
It's
speeds.
so weird. I'd really like to see a time lapse of like they take a photo every day
And just
of the
watch it,
glacier
like,
and
kind
just
of-
because like
yeah.
you'll see it like drift down. I don't know how fast or how much of it drifts and like how
Yeah,
much,
if you could
but
see the half pipe move down the hill or
Yeah.
something like that.
yeah, they drift and
Yeah.
whatever. But I mean, they get a lot of snow there, so like it's
Yeah.
like I don't know if they're. I'm assuming their glaciers are receding just like ours.
Yeah, I would assume
But
so.
they get a lot of snow there, and like last year they had to close down the park because of a huge avalanche, wiped out the whole
Dude,
park.
I watched that video. That was massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, is it like
Yeah.
it literally buried the half pipe. The half pipe is 22 feet tall, and it buried it because this
gone.
avalanche just like broke off so much snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it snowed like 5 feet overnight or more, and they said, okay, we can't go up. And then the next day, boom, avalanche.
Do you know
Took
if it was
everything out.
natural or controlled?
I think. Oh, I mean, there was a helicopter,
And they were filming. It must
They were
have been
filming, so I
controlled,
think
yeah.
it was controlled.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's see what happens.
Yeah, it just goes freaking massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was pretty wild.
But even there, like you said, like you can get 5 feet of snow, but you probably got good riding up until then, and like once they recut
Yeah.
the pipe, you got good riding afterwards, kind of thing.
Well, luckily I was leaving. There was still like one more session left, but
Oh,
we
okay.
were leaving the day of the avalanche or
Oh, okay.
something.
So you're
So we timed it right.
That's sweet.
And that's
Yeah, you get
it's
lucky
whatever.
with
Some people got
sometimes.
it's just like you go anywhere, man. It's weather. Like
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to control everything. So you show up
No,
when you
make the
show
most of
up
it.
and you do what you can with what you got, right?
Yeah, no, if you get lucky, you get lucky.
Yeah. So, hopefully, they've been getting really good luck in Saas Fee, so I really hope they get good weather again.
Yeah, you always gotta wish for it.
Yeah, no, it's super fun to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the food's so good.
Is it?
Like European food,
Yeah.
I think not all European food, but in Switzerland, like the cheese is so good.
Yeah.
The bread is so clean. Like everything, you can eat as much cheese, as much bread as you want, and you don't get bloated.
Because
you don't
you
feel
think of
like
the
shit.
high quality of the ingredients.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I
You're
don't know
probably
what
just
it
on
is.
Euro vibes.
Maybe,
You're like,
it
let's
might
do
just,
it.
it might be placebo.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like they import less vegetables and stuff because like when you go to the grocery store, you don't have as much selection as we do here. So I think they rely more on what's easily available.
Okay.
So more seasonal vegetables and more like what's closer to them instead of like, oh, let's get some.
Oh,
like,
yeah, like some clementine oranges that we got to import from China or something.
Yeah,
like
right.
that.
Like so there's a lot less selection there. I find.
Okay. But the stuff is probably fresher because
But
it's in season.
I assume it's fresher. Yeah.
it's probably better for the environment too.
And
Like
everyone there seems way more healthy than
Then
North
they do
America,
North America.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been, but
yeah,
it sounds like a great spot.
Yeah.
You guys are great for it.
Yeah. What about you? Are you gonna go to Australia? Australia?
Oh, Australia?
Australia.
yeah, we've got a good crew.
Yeah.
I think there's like 9 people interested in going from Whistler
Nice.
Valley. I'm excited. It'll be my 3rd time going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Sick.
like it there. It's good. Like,
Perisher again?
yeah.
Yeah.
The jumps are like last year we had like a 4-pack,
Yeah.
and they're pretty sizable. I don't think like a lot of the boys are gonna go down because they're gonna go to New Zealand because the jumps are a bit bigger.
Oh yeah, and I think there's an event happening there.
Yeah, they have like that World Cup, and then later on the Joss Invitational or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go down, and I love it. Australia's really fun. It's like North America, but just like a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Everything's
Yeah.
just kind of
I've
different.
still never been to Perisher, but like from the videos that you guys have all put out, like it looks so fun.
It's definitely.
I want to go.
It's like summer shredding on like steroids. Like
Yeah.
it's just
but you're on like a full resort instead of
yeah,
like up on a glacier.
like you can ride everywhere, and I definitely enjoy it. It's a cool spot.
Nice.
It's definitely more. I'd say it's more springtime. Like we go when it's still like winter, and then we ride into the spring.
Okay.
But even when we get there, it's never like really rock solid, firm snow like
Yeah.
you get in February here or
No.
something like that. It always has a bit of a spring vibe to it.
Okay, sweet.
But it's cool. Like all the trees there are weird, like the gum trees, and then the birds are super funny too.
The kiwi birds. Oh wait, no, maybe that's only in New Zealand. What
I
kind
don't
of
know
birds
what
there?
bird is there, but in all my shots, you hear like this. It's like a, huh, huh, huh. They're just like the saddest, chillest birds. It's so funny. They sit in all the trees and they fly around. They look like a crow.
Oh really?
But
But they
they're-
just have like a weird.
Oh,
like,
their call is just hilarious.
No
yeah.
way.
Yeah, it's always a fade. It's
Oh, that'd
sick.
be wild.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be a young crew too. Like we
Yeah.
got, I think it'll be me and Jesse Hill. They're
Yeah.
like the older guys. Then we got like Finn, Jaden, Truth, Jackie, and
That's-
then Joe.
Yeah, it's a solid crew.
Yeah, it should be fun. We
That'll
rent
be-
the same place every year.
Yeah.
It's like just a bit outside.
Nice. In Jindabyne?
East Jindy. Yeah.
East Jindy.
Yeah.
Okay. How long does it take to get to the mountain there?
It's like an hour.
An hour, yeah. See, like that's the one thing that I
Yeah.
love about being in Whistler. It's
Oh, dude. It's,
5 minutes.
I live the farthest away from the hill. It takes
Yeah.
me 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
It's so
yeah,
chill.
yeah, for me, I can walk to the hill if I wanted to in
Yeah.
like 15 minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
and then
Whistler's
for a drive, if I need to park, then 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes to the village, 5 minutes to Creek. Not even
Yeah.
5 minutes to Creekside.
Yeah.
Right.
Big underground parking
Yeah.
too.
No. And we got
Yeah.
2 mountains to ride.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Dude, you know what's kind of insane is that like, I mean, I've only been living here for 4 years, I guess. This will be my fourth.
Full-time living here.
Yeah, this will be my 4th year,
Yeah.
and I still don't know the mountain.
Dude.
Like,
Yeah, I hear you on that. Like I've been here 7 years, and I definitely not names of runs, let alone
oh
like,
no, I don't know
yeah.
how people like.
remember all
Yeah.
that stuff. I just follow Rob. I'm like, anytime there's a powder, I'm like, just take me wherever.
Yeah,
I'll go
I know.
wherever you're going.
I mean, you kind of know zones, but like, there's,
Yeah.
I mean, there's not necessarily runs when you get into the Alpine, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, this is a zone.
Yeah.
And it has a name.
Yeah.
But I might not know the name because I just go here on my own and
Yeah.
look at a map. I just kind of see like, oh, Let's go ride that.
It's cool though, I think, like how all the different posses, like even within our friend group, have like different zones they go to. Like,
yeah,
you'll go ride the same chair, and this crew will be like, oh, like let's go this. I know this is gonna be good. And then some other one will be like, no, dude, like let's fade off left a bit more, like because it's a 6 zone there.
Yeah.
Or just like people all read the mountain so differently.
Yeah, I mean different preferences too, and like what you want to ride, and
yeah, people like steeper, crazier stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy because like you're saying, we can ride the same zone but have 2 different runs.
Yeah.
Right? Like based on like the section we know, and like the Khyber zone. Like if you go out of bounds off Whistler, like I never take the same run twice. I try to.
That. Yeah, and it's hard
I'm
to
like
keep online.
I hit like a popper, and I'm like, damn, that like there's fresh here, and like that was a good hit. I want to go bigger next time, and you try to lap it again, and you just end up in a completely different zone.
Yeah.
Or like you just never know like how far along the traverse to go until you drop in, or like how far left you want to go, or how far right you want to go. It's always like there's so much terrain there. It's insane.
No, I feel like it's so vast. That's why it's so tough though, because like that one popper you hit is so far down the mountain that like you're 1 degree off, you're gonna miss it by so much.
Totally, right?
Yeah.
If you drop in a little early or a little late, it's just gone.
Yeah.
And then but yeah.
That's why I think you just need to spend so much time here riding to actually like, figure out the mountain.
Totally. You gotta go ride with the old dogs.
Yeah.
Guys like Rube, they just like know it so well.
They know so many good zones, and they know like the actual names and like different hits and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, and because like a lot of the hits and a lot of the zones are like named after from like history and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. So they all like grew up like they were here during all that happening, right?
Yeah.
Or, like this hit got a name because so and so did a trick on it, right, or something like that, right?
Totally. The one thing that I find Whistler has that no other mountain I ride really has, or at least does very well, is hit runs.
Yeah.
Like Whistler has some of the best hit runs I've ever ridden.
Yeah.
Personally.
Do you like Whistler hit run, or do you like Blackcomb hit run?
My favorite's Accelerator hit run.
Accelerator hit run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can like you come off the chair, kind of pull up the spot,
Like,
you take a
and
right,
then-
and then it's like there's that left hip, there's
Yeah.
the one underneath the chair, and
Yeah.
there's like a couple poppers, like it goes all the way down.
Yeah, I mean, there's different runs you can take to hit those too.
Yeah.
Like you can like cut over towards, like just below Jersey Cream and stuff, and then drop in those trees and like do hits along that, or you can like cut back left towards Solar and do hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I guess
Well, then there's like
it's not
Crystal
Solar
runs.
anymore. It's just the gondola.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, well now the zones have changed so much more too. Like
Yeah.
when we were riding PAL there this year, it was like lines that I've never ridden before because of the way they cut it out and like how you access it too is so different.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some hits that'll form there, I think, as like time goes on and things
For
shape
sure.
up.
Yeah, I swear you can get on top of the roof.
Oh dude, and hit and drop off the gondola.
drop off the gondolas.
It's like perfect tranny.
I think you can do it.
Yeah.
I looked at it every time I go up the gondola, and I'm like, there's fresh snow. No one's like because no one like traverses around the mid station on the gondola, and you can you can fully. You might need a broto or something. I don't know. Like
I think the way the roof is like it's uphill and then the landing's like that. But I don't think it would be much of an issue.
yeah, that might be tough if it is uphill, but that would be sick,
Dude.
Because like if you look at the back far corner near the trees, it's low to the ground when the snow builds up, and then all you got to do is pack down a little booter, and then come in hot and jump up there, and then somehow get off without anyone seeing you.
Yeah.
It'd be sick.
Dude, how sick would it be if you're going up the gondola and you just saw like the landing track and the ride out? You'd be so frothed when
It'd
someone
be
hit
insane.
it. Yeah.
I'd be stoked.
You wouldn't be able to do anything with it, like if you filmed it or anything. You have to do it in a mass, post it on some like anonymous channel. It'd be sick.
It would be cool. What are your top hits? Like, hey, so there's like Air Jordan's like most famous hit in Whistler, right?
For sure.
Do you think you'll ever hit it?
Do I think I'll ever hit Air Jordan?
Yeah.
I would. I think if it lined up and it was good, but the tough thing about Jordan is that like the second hit is so rocky.
Yeah.
That I think it would be tough, but I'd always keep it open. Do you think you'd ever hit that?
I don't think so. To be honest, I don't think so. To be honest, no. I've heard from other people that it's not that bad.
No, yeah.
Like I've heard from people that have hit it, and they say, yeah, it's chill. Like,
yeah,
you might fall, but
it depends how you enter it though too, because there's the entrance where guys go right off the top and then they double step it, or there's like the cut around.
But yeah, I've never seen anyone do the high one. I always see people do the cut around. And
I think that's
like
standard.
it's a lot smaller now.
Yeah.
You know, but
I'll
there's
keep
that hit, and then I always forget which tower it is, but I think it's like Tower 27
Oh, dude,
or
on the
something.
Whistler Gondola?
Yeah, on the Whistler Gondola.
I don't think I'd mess with that one.
No?
That's huge.
That one's like
Would you go
pretty
for that?
iconic. No, I
Yeah.
don't think so. but those are like the two most iconic hits, I think.
There's
Other
also-
than the Windlip, you know,
Yeah, the
which I've
Windlip's
hit
big.
before. And the Windlip's pretty fun. It's just like it gets tracked because everyone traverses across the landing.
Yeah. There's also, if you're going up Red Chair too, there's that one pillar, and you can like air and tap that.
The one pillar.
Yeah, like you're going up. It's not in. It's almost in like lower or upper Insanity there.
Yeah.
And you're like going up the chair, Red Chair. You take a look to your left, and there's the one big rock pillar, and you can like air off and tap it.
Oh.
It's pretty big though.
Oh shit.
Someone tried it this year.
Really?
They missed it.
Did you see it, or did you just saw the
Inst-
aftermath?
Insta-video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of the boys.
Dang,
Yeah.
that's sick.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that probably have like a couple legendary hits that are
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
I-
There's like, I mean, I've heard people talk about some. There's like the Rogue Gap
Yeah.
over in the Crystal Zone.
Oh yeah.
That one I would hit for 100%. I want
Yeah.
to hit that one.
You want to do it, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
the jump was there and you know like speed was good and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's like I don't.
It's more within our wheelhouse because it's like you can manicure it to. how
Yeah,
you want
it's
it to
more
be.
like I want to hit it with somebody who knows,
Yeah.
who's hit it before. Like I don't want to be the guinea pig on it. Like all right, I'm gonna test it out because like it's not me. Like
Yeah.
I don't like going first, and I don't know how to judge speed that well.
Especially
you know?
on something like that.
Like-
It's
like-
interesting.
That's the other thing I don't understand is how do you show up to a jump
Yeah.
and say this is the speed I need?
Like for a park jump.
Yeah.
I just look at it and like, yeah, I think I need to go this fast. And then
Yeah.
usually because I ride a lot of park jumps, I can make a call.
Yeah.
Like I hit that Whistler Valley one, it was no problem.
Yeah.
The bigger it is, the tougher it is. But it gets tough. Like I think that's where the backcountry stuff I have so much respect for because
Yeah.
it's like they'll build a jump, they'll look at it, and then be like, okay, I'm gonna do this trick because I only got so many hits on it.
Yeah.
And then to like time your actual spin with like how big you want to go,
Yeah.
and then you only got a couple shots at it.
Yeah, it's funny too because like they take their best guess at, all right, I think it's this amount of speed.
Yeah.
And I've seen footage.
Yeah.
I want to say it was Rasman, but I could be wrong. But
Yeah.
he like I think it was first hit too, and he tries to do a back double 10, and he like knuckles like in a belly flop, like
Oh, and
because
the
he
little
comes
man
up
boy
short.
stuff?
Yeah,
He just was like, yeah.
he's like all good, but
Yeah.
like to show up to that jump and be like, okay, I gotta drop in, and I think this is where I gotta go to go
Yeah.
to the right spot, and I have no idea, but I'm still gonna chuck a dub 10 anyway.
That's a tough thing. Like
That's kind of crazy.
I build up my tricks so much. I always straight at the jump. I'll do like
Yeah.
and I'll progress to it. Like if I'm gonna do a 10, I'm gonna like go like back 7, back 7, back 7, back 7.
Yeah.
And then maybe like I'm feeling it do a back 10. But like if you're hitting that power jump, you maybe got like I don't know a couple hits before the
Yeah,
landing.
totally. So you got to go. I feel like depends on what clip you're trying to get, right? Are
Yeah.
you trying to get like a nice steezy mellow spin, or are you trying to throw down your like hammer trick and get that? So
Yeah.
like you have like a few tries to do it,
That's why
and you're doing it without hitting it before, so you're just gonna
you may have
figure out
waited
your
a week
speed.
for the weather and then
Yeah.
you built that jump and it like you've only got this one day that
Yeah.
like the sun kind of cracked for a bit and it's like
Yeah, and then on the other side of that too, like it's like if you go to a new resort and you're like, okay, I'm the first one up here because you're like eager beaver and you're just like in the park and you look
Yeah.
at a jump. For me, like I need to see one or two people hit that jump before I go and hit
To
it.
gauge speed,
Yeah,
yeah.
just it's like just to like ease my soul, just to like
yeah.
to get my confidence up, you know, just
Yeah.
because I don't want to go and like knuckle hard or like overshoot.
Yeah.
I've done enough overshoots that I don't want to do it again. So
I hear you. I never try to be that guy.
No.
Like, to step up to it when
Yeah.
there's no reason to. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh wait until someone hits it. But
yeah, or like
I think it's like you said though about how you learn to like read the pipe and not
Yeah.
pop out or not like I think you learn like jump speed
yeah,
just from like riding
Maybe.
so many jumps and stuff like that.
yeah. I ride jumps when I can, but
Yeah.
like springtime with the homies is pretty much when I get hit jumps.
Yeah. I definitely like some people will have the mentality of like, oh, how many checks is it or something like that.
Oh,
I try
yeah.
and shy away from that because I'm like, I think it should be like a mental like you look at the jump and you're like, I know how fast this should be.
Yeah,
Because the checks thing's weird because some people scrub more or less speed or like
totally. Everyone's
Yeah.
always like, "What is it from here?" It's like 2 turns, or like
Yeah.
cruise in, or like take a big speed check or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
it's all relative. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice to be able to look and be like, okay, I think it's this
Yeah.
quick.
Well, it's crazy too. Like like in Whistler, like I know all the jumps and they're built the same every year.
Yeah,
right?
you don't have
so
to
I
think
know
much.
them, right?
Yeah.
I still like to watch people hit the jump before I drop into it.
Yeah, well,
Right?
especially Whistler. Like I think, if I had to have any gripe, would be that, like you go to a lot of different resorts, like Colorado or something. There's always a drop-in spot. And it's always really consistent.
That's true.
And there's not enough speed that you could like shoot 40 feet past the bottom of the landing because of that drop-in spot.
Yeah.
Where I think like Whistler could improve by adding those things, because if you dropped in from anywhere on like the Shack Right drop-in, you could go anywhere from like not even making it off the takeoff to going double the length of the entire jump.
Yeah, totally. That one's kind of sketchy, and there's like no
Such a
that actual drop-in point changes so much based
it'll
on
go
the
up and
weather.
down like 15 feet kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is why I can see like it'd be tough to make a point, but it's like,
Well,
if you have a zone that
It's just not built in the right spot.
Yeah.
Or I mean, it's the only place for that jump to be. Like, what else are you gonna put there? No one's gonna want to put a rail there because it's like a jump. You want to jump there, but because of how steep it is, and then it goes straight into the jump.
Yeah.
You have to come in so fast.
you do.
Because you hit that bottom section where it like.
Yeah.
Or you hit that trough, and then you got to go up for so long. Right?
Yeah, it's definitely
It's not.
different
It's
being
not
a
riding in,
consistent
and then you
pitch.
got your kicker, right?
Yeah, because I guess like Learner has a drop in. You can always pretty much be like, oh, it's 2 turns from here. Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
Versus Shack, it like varies a bit more. But it's even nice if you just have like that one roller there. It's like on a good day, it's straight. On like a super fast day, a couple turns or like whatever. It's just nice to know, and then people don't go. Like the amount of people I've seen miss that landing is way more than I would like to.
Yeah, I mean, like the Black Park is just on such a steep run that it's like hard to make those. I think.
Yeah,
right?
it is like.
Where if you look at Breckenridge, that run's not that steep. It has like a steep section and then it flattens out. And then it's steep section because like and not even like.
Or Keystone too. Keystone is such a mellow pitch the whole way down. They put big jumps on there.
But they blow so much snow. They build these like that drop in for the Keystone is like taller than. It's literally taller than the lift.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's an amazing feat that they can blow that much snow.
It's pretty wild, eh?
Yeah.
It's actually really cool traveling around to all these like resorts and like seeing how people build things differently.
Yeah, different builders and stuff like that.
Different features and stuff.
Yeah.
Like bring back the mini pipe. Wax has a dope mini pipe, and I don't know why resorts don't have those.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're expensive. Like,
I mean,
they just don't. But I mean, like
but
you
they
said,
don't
like
need that much maintenance.
An 8-foot zog or something, and you just cut it every couple
like,
days.
I think 12. I think would be ideal.
Yeah,
the 12-foot would be perfect
because you can learn tricks in that.
Yeah,
because they had a
and it's not that scary for kids. They can learn easily, and you can still go and do like cripplers and rodeos and hand plants and like do like fun stuff in it.
Yeah.
And not worry because it's like not that big.
It would probably make more people ride pipe because if you can get them so they can learn all the basic stuff, then they'll go and search for the bigger pipes. Totally. But if all you have is the big pipes, no one can really learn much.
It's hard. Yeah, it takes a long time for you, like especially little kids.
Yeah. Like
it takes them a long time to figure out how to ride that with speed and carry it through the lit, right?
Do you ever worry about like the health of half pipe snowboarding? Or?
A little bit. I mean, I don't know what it's like in Europe and stuff, but in North America for sure, like even in the States, I mean, they just have more people snowboarding, so it seems like they have a lot of people riding half pipe, but that number has gone down a lot for them in the last 10 years, right? In the last 15 years too. Yeah. For in Canada, it's dropped down drastically because that specific reason you said that it costs a lot of money to build a half pipe. Yeah. To maintain it, to cut it well, and you can't just buy a 22-foot zog and go out, push it, cut it, and say, "Oh, it's good." Why aren't you riding it? There's your pipe. It's not like that. You have to. Whereas, like with a jump, to a certain extent, Buddy, who owns his own little resort, can go push a jump, and people can ride it and learn stuff on it. Whereas, like you can't do that with a 22-foot zog. It's just not going to work. You need a good pipe. Well, for people to learn
too is like it'd be pretty much like them only building blackline. Yeah, like it'd be like, okay, here you go. Here's a 60-foot jump. Like learn. Right? Everyone has to learn on this jump. Yeah, and you'd be like, you would have no slopestyle snowboarders. No,
but the good thing about pipe is, and I've heard a lot of people in slopestyle complain. They're like, oh, like there's no way that we can like half-ass a jump. We have to go full commit all the time. Whereas in half pipe, you can like ride up the wall and then ride it down and not catch air. Yeah, and it's like, well, it's. So what?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You're kind of like to some extent.
Doesn't matter. Half pipe's still pretty gnarly. Like you gotta like if you're gonna catch air, you're catching air, and then you're trying to like find that transition, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at that point, arguing whose stuff is gnarlier is kind of... But it was crazy because I was talking to Santos the other day, and he was talking about listening to like one of the 9 Club interviews.
Oh yeah.
And how they were talking about like, oh man, snowboarding, like that's gnarly.
Really?
And I was like, what do you mean, dude? Like concrete? Are you kidding me?
On a snowboard, you're strapped in. You have full control of everything.
Everything, yeah.
On a skateboard, you like...
The only thing I could say is like, I guess you can kick out of a skate. Like, like if you're doing say like a hardway cap 2 on a skate and you're not gonna like get it, you can kick out. You know, you're also over like a 20 set of concrete stairs, so you're dealing with that. Yeah. But you can't kick out like where if I'm on my board, like I either commit or I hook up. You know.
Yeah, I mean? That's true. That's true.
But I'm still hooking up onto snow, not to concrete. I would take that any day.
I feel like the bails you take that I've seen in skateboarding are way gnarlier than the bails I've seen in snowboarding.
Yeah, that's what they were saying though. Like, I mean, I haven't listened to the interview. This is secondhand, but he's like, the bails are always like full on, so gnarly. And I'm like, whoa, man! Like every skate bail I see, they seem to be really good at falling skaters. So like always able to roll out of stuff.
Yeah.
Like it seems like skaters have to fall a lot more.
Like I don't understand how they like jump down like a set. Like I don't even know how many stairs it is, but El Toro.
Yeah, El Toro's big.
And didn't they just like take that down? They just destroyed that. That sucks.
Yeah.
But that... Okay, who posted recently about it? I think it was Ryan DeCenzo maybe. Was talking about how he was trying to do hard flips down it.
Yeah.
And he literally did it 5 or 6 times, and then he couldn't try it anymore because his heels were bruised. And he kicked out every time, landed and rolled out of it, but because it's such a gnarly set, like the impact, you fuck up your ankles and stuff. Like I don't understand how they like do that.
Or dude, even like Jaws and the way he walks up and stuff. Yeah,
I don't get it. That dude's gnarly.
Doesn't make any sense to me either.
No.
Yeah. So I feel like always from the outside looking in, you're like, oh, this is gnarly or that's gnarly.
But you know what? Skateboarding looks really cool. I think skateboarding looks way cooler than snowboarding when you like watch them like rip around a bowl.
Oh yeah,
it's
beautiful for sure.
And I'm talking about those big bowls that have hips and stuff and and spines and stuff. So there's like so much more variety, and like you have those high platforms that they try to like you have to ollie up into, but it's a bank.
Yeah.
And those look really, I don't know, they just look smooth and stylish, and they look so G when they're like riding.
They do.
And so smooth and everything's working out. Whereas in snowboarding, I just think it's different and it's not as sick.
It has, yeah. Well, you're probably gonna get jealous. Like you do something for so long, you're like, oh, I wish I could, because they can move so much more with their ankles and their knees. Like make so many different shapes. But I feel like we are kind of limited to like the stiffness of boots and stuff like that.
Oh man. Well, that's why all the grabs back in the '90s were way sicker.
I know when you watch some guy tweak like a stalefish or something on a skate, you're like, I wish I could just drop my knee to my board or something like that. Or hand plants too. Like that's where like me and Jesse always get super jealous. Like dudes will do like, you know, an Andretch or something and like kick out the melon super hard or things like that you just can't get that tweak on a snowboard.
You can't. But I don't know, you might be able to now because I've seen people riding with no high backs.
True.
Right? And if you get a looser binding, and now like Vans made a boot that is just a liner, and like you know how you have a liner and you have your shell, and they're both like equal, like stiff in their own way.
Right. Yeah.
And then they like you fucking tighten them all together, and it's like this block.
Yeah.
Right? Vans made a boot where it's just like the liner and the shell are one.
Okay.
Right, but it's so it's you only have one layer of support, right? And I haven't tried it.
Yeah.
But I know Mike Rav rides it exclusively now.
Yeah.
That's what I heard anyway. That's what I heard. So it looks like it's like a really soft boot, and I think you get some crazy tweakage out of it if you tried.
I think there's certain things though that in snowboarding that you can't get in skating that I think I'd really miss and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
big errors.
Yeah, you can't necessarily go as big.
And you can't spin the same way. Like different axes, like rolling through corks and stuff like that is so cool.
Yeah. Well, just like even like standing on top of a mountain.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
Dude, you're like out there in nature.
Yeah.
You're not in the city on a concrete underneath a bridge or something.
Yeah. One thing that's cool about skating though is you don't need anyone or anything.
No.
Like you're like, I want to go skate. No. If you got enough money to buy a skateboard, you get to go skateboarding kind of thing.
I was talking about this with somebody the other day, where like all these kids. Oh, I was talking with Mike Stastic.
Oh yeah.
So there's this new park in Calgary that they just opened, and it's in like this like in this neighborhood that's not as wealthy, right?
Okay.
So, but he was skating there, and all these kids showed up like after school, and like it'd be like a group of 6 kids with one skateboard because one person could afford a skateboard, but they all wanted to try skateboarding.
No way.
Right?
They all just come skate.
Yeah, so they all like rip in like a bunch of homies together, and then they share a skateboard.
That's so sick.
That's so cool.
That they're all just they want to get into it so bad they can make it work.
Yeah, man.
It's way more accessible too.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Yeah.
So many more people can do it. You can do it more year round than you can snowboarding.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper.
Yep.
Easier to get access to and stuff. It's sick.
It's cool. The accessibility. Snowboarding is fantastic. It'd be great if it was more accessible for sure, but it's just a tougher thing to manage. There's just so much more that goes into it. I feel like.
Fuck, you need a multi-million-dollar resort, and then you need to live in an expensive town, and
yeah. I was listening to another podcast. It was Jesse Paul's Board Bag Studio, and he was talking with Joe Sexton.
Okay.
And Sexton was doing this like 1817 house thing that he does.
Okay.
But he started like pretty much partnering with the Hill and doing like this private park build, and then for that private park he'd take like groups of inner city kids and hook them all up with gear to go snowboarding, and they get this like private park to learn to snowboard.
Sick.
And like trying to make it like subsidized for them.
That's sweet.
I thought it was cool, like trying to make it accessible for more people, and then if they get interested, they can hopefully make it work. But
there's a lot of programs out there. I know Burton does the Chill Foundation.
Yeah.
I know 686 does one in Compton as well.
Really?
Yeah, to get kids out to, I think, Big Bear, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's Big Bear.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah. Guns, what'd you do, buddy?
Okay, good.
He's done that a couple times. He's just like, he's chilling, and he just freaks out.
Oh,
muscle cramp, maybe.
Yeah.
Did you get a muscle cramp, buddy? Yeah.
A little scary dream. Yeah, what's the next little miler for you? You just you got engaged, dude.
Yeah. Pop the big question.
How was that? I'm really curious about the experience because I've never really.
We haven't talked about this.
No.
Oh man. Okay, so like Ash and I have been dating for 6 years, and we've been living, or 6 years. What am I saying? Like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
We've been living together for like the majority of that time.
Yeah.
We have a dog together.
Yeah.
And like I've been wanting to like marry her since like for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, we never really like took any steps forward in the future. We talked about it a lot, but like whatever.
Hadn't done it.
Yeah. And then last year her mom gave us her ring.
Wow.
From her first marriage.
Yeah.
So I had that, and then I had that reset and used some of the stones, bought a newer stone, got it like just made it a little bit more like designed for what Ashley's taste was.
I saw the ring. It was
Yeah, no, she's stoked on it, right?
Yeah.
And then, so I had that done in like March or something.
Okay.
I went down to the city and got that thing like ordered.
Yeah.
And it takes them a while to do it, and then it's so funny because like they emailed me, whatever, like, when did I do it even? That was May. So I did it end of May.
Yeah.
I popped the question into May. Mm-hmm. So it would have probably been the beginning of May. They emailed me saying, hey, your ring's done. You can come pick it up whenever.
Yeah.
And then a couple days later, Ash even like asked me like, hey, have you heard from them? Like, is the ring ready? Like she knew I went down because she had to give me her mom's ring, right?
Right.
She knew that I went down to get it made.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't know what they're doing. Like, it's taking them a long time for some reason.
Oh, like drawing it out.
Totally played it off. She had no clue what was happening. And then like a couple days later, I went down and picked it up without her knowing.
Nice.
And then I was just holding on to it for like, and I was waiting for like a nice, like sunny weekend that we could go like on a hike and bring Gunner and her best friend and just do it. So luckily, that's first weekend. I picked it up on a Tuesday. And on that Saturday, I didn't even have it for less than a week.
Oh, yeah.
We went on a hike. I brought her best friend. She's supposed to take photos of us, like, because I wanted some family photos for my grandma and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then we're taking the photo, and I'm like, oh, let's just reposition Gunner here. So I get down to like give him a treat and like get him to face a certain way, and I give him his treat, and then I pull out the ring.
Whoa.
And I'm like, Ashley, will you marry me? And she like blacked out. Like I had like a bit of a spiel of like, I love you so much and this and that, and she just like blacked out. She like doesn't remember anything I said.
Wow, just such a moment.
She like started crying. She had no idea it was happening. Like clueless.
That's sick.
Like so clueless. Yeah. And so she started crying and said yes, and I was like, was pretty awesome. And we did it in front, like on this hill, in front of Mount Curry. So you had like the mountain in the background, beautiful sunny day. You could see the valley, the river, and everything.
Crazy backdrop.
Out in nature, yeah, it's cool.
Is that nerve-wracking? Like,
oh, dude, like, I think the most nervous part was like, I don't want to sound like an idiot when I ask this question.
Yeah.
This is a big step to put yourself out there.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, we've been living together for so long. Like,
yeah, you guys
like, we love
each
each other,
yeah,
and I knew she was gonna say yes. There wasn't a doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
But it's still like, to say those words is like, you're making that extra commitment, that extra step, putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
It's a big step. It's like, shit, dude. It's like, you know,
and
I don't know.
I wanted
scary,
to do it right because you know you love her. And like, yeah.
So I was nervous for that, and I was nervous because I didn't want to sound like an idiot. So I had to like write something out and like memorize it because I didn't want to stutter. I didn't want to like stumble on my words or anything.
Yeah.
And so that was like the hardest part for like 3 or 4 days. Like I was just like lying awake in bed, like stressed. That was the most stressful part, was like lying awake knowing that I was gonna do it on the weekend.
Yeah.
And that I need to memorize this thing. And I hate like doing public speaking, and I hate memorizing speeches
all
or
the
anything.
Stuff that makes you nervous.
Yeah, so like the nervous level was at a high, but the day of, like, I was pretty chill.
Yeah.
I thought so. I was like being weird because I was like trying to hide the ring, trying to hide a bottle of champagne, and doing weird stuff that in hindsight she like clued in and was like, oh, okay, obviously you're being so weird because you just proposed and whatever, right?
Yeah.
But in the moment she had no
She
clue.
didn't notice before. She was never like, why are you being so...
No, but I was like being weird and like,
yeah.
I was like, hopefully she doesn't notice that I'm...
Because you're trying to make it a surprise.
Yeah. So, that, I mean, other than that day, I was pretty chill. I was just like, oh, go on a walk, you know, like nothing different. And then just came, like, my heart started pumping like hard when I went to go like get down on a knee to like adjust Gunner. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So I did it, and it was like instant relief. You know? So happy. Yeah.
Probably a great feeling at that point.
Yeah, it was good. We're stoked. And we're not like trying to get married like super soon or anything.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Part of you just wanted to do it, kind of.
Yeah,
put it out there.
No, yeah. I mean, it takes a while to plan a wedding, and we're not even sure if we're gonna do a wedding or just like a small gathering of friends and stuff. You know, we're not sure yet.
Yeah, but that's the big part. You know, like you said, putting it out there.
Yeah,
that's cool, man. I can't imagine the feeling leading up to it, and then you must get. It's probably a pretty good like ecstasis kind of feeling afterwards, though.
Celebrating. No, it was so sick because like I think that was the most nervous I've ever been. I think I was more nervous for that than like any other contest I've done.
That's what I was wondering. Right? Is it like a different kind of feeling?
Yeah, well, because like I think when you're standing at the top of the half pipe or the top of the jump line and you're like, dropping in for a contest, you've done those tricks. You've like done that run. You know what you got to do. You just got to go out and do it. And if you know how to handle that fear, like it's easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But like unless you're like proposed to a girl before, like unless this is your third or fourth time, you've never done it before, right?
Yeah.
So
it's all new territory.
It's new, and you just don't know how it's gonna feel or how things are gonna go down. So yeah, it was really nerve wracking. But then all of a sudden, it's like, all right, pop the bottle of champagne. Like we're so stoked. Let's celebrate.
Like it's good experience.
And then we got to go to Sushi Village and celebrate that with all of our friends later that week.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that a lot.
That was a good time.
Yeah.
Good time.
Ash was stoked, just flexing the ring. You see this?
She's funny.
Yeah.
She's so funny, man.
She is super funny.
Yeah.
Party Ash.
We call her Smashly.
Smashly.
Yeah, when she gets drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I back that. Yeah.
Her nicknames are DJ Skip.
Yeah.
Because she can't, like, if she's on the DJ, if she's, like, listening to music in the car.
She always blasts her.
Like, 30 seconds, skip to the next song. 30 seconds, skip to the next song.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't lock? Oh, wow.
Like, just because she's like, oh, yeah, I'm feeling this song, and she'll sing a little bit of it. Like, terrible singer.
Oh, yeah?
Terrible.
That's hilarious. You know so much about her at this point, eh?
And then she'll keep skipping, and then Smashly's because she's like this second identity when she comes out.
Oh, yeah.
When she gets smashed.
Yeah. No, she's a lot of fun out there.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right. So,
big moves.
What time is it?
That's a good question. You gotta get to the vet, hey?
I gotta go. If it's 2:00. Oh, it is 2:00, right on the dot.
Hey, well, thank you so much, D. I really appreciate you coming out.
Hey.
That was really fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
We talked a lot about other stuff other than snowboarding, which was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like. Nice just to chat.
Yeah. No, I mean, like our lives are just so around snowboarding that it's really nice to like just sit down and chat about other shit.
Yeah, not be so snowboard focused.
Yeah.
Well, because I think like, I mean, we do have like really good insight into snowboarding, especially you've been a snowboarder for so long. But I think, you get so many other experiences through it, like all the traveling and then, like it all comes back to like relationships with people and stuff.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me, man.
Yeah,
it was a good time.
Shit. Yeah.
Let's do another one in the future sometime.
Dude, anytime, come back.
Okay, cool.
Sweet. All right.
Yeah, buddy.
Sweet.
Peace. Hey, good.
Hey, guns.